Hey guys, it's Mary, and today I'm going to walk you through America Ferrera's skincare routine and everyday makeup, no makeup routine. I felt like the universe was whispering to me and telling me to make this video because I do skin rotation and today's exfoliation day, and I happened to see this video come on and she's using the exact same peel that I was going to use today, so I felt like it was cosmic. I felt like it was meant to be. She does a real simple, basic routine, mostly skincare. I recently did the Salma Hayek routine. It was much more detailed and, you know, get in there in your face. Kind of a full face with your fingers if you want to check out that video. I realized real quickly that I am not chic enough to put my hair back in the pins. So we put my hair back with a hair tie, and then I'm going to stick the pins in, and we're just going to pretend that the pins are what's holding my hair. Okay? Because they're cute. We've got America right here sticking her hairpins in, and we're gonna follow her every step of the way. Okay, so I chose the Glow Recipe Avocado Ceramide Moisture Barrier Cleanser because she's using the Estee Lauder Rich and Foamy Cleanser, and she's saying she likes it because it makes her feel like a rich old lady who takes care of herself. So I feel like this avocado one, it just kind of makes me feel like I'm taking care of myself. It's got good stuff in it, rich and creamy. My husband is sleeping in our room right now, and I didn't want to disturb him, so I'm not doing this Vogue video in the bathroom today. I'm doing it in my dining room, so you're gonna have to forgive me, and I will be right back. I'm gonna have to go wash up my face, and then we'll continue with the routine. I do really like that cleanser. Feeling super clean. And the next thing we're gonna go in with is the Shani Darden Triple Acid Signature Peel Resurface, Brighten and Define. She says that this really saved her skin when she was like on press tour. I actually just brought this up in a video that I did, beauty habits that I wish I would have started sooner, and one of them is keeping like a regular exfoliation routine, and this is one of the peels that I really like. And it's a 2-part peel. I picked mine up on the Sephora sale. It does come with this really nice brush. Yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and put this on our face. And I'm gonna try to keep my energy down today because she has a very calm energy. I feel like if I was one of those ASMR people, I'd be over here trying to ASMR you. She says she calls it kind of spicy. And I would have to agree because I'm one that kind of likes that tingle. I like that sizzle when I'm using skincare, so I know that it's really working. Let me tell you, this one is not going to disappoint you if you're looking to feel something. Now I'm looking to get these little dark spots that are trying to mess with me. We're going to leave that for a couple minutes, and then we'll do step 2. The second part of this peel is a kaolin clay neutralizing mask, and this also, it does a little sizzle when it hits the skin, but you know, we know we're doing something good for our skin, and we're just gonna go ahead and throw it on. We're gonna get her done, and oh my goodness. It is triple acid. It's triple acid. This is not for the faint of heart. I said I like the sizzle, but I think the universe was laughing at me when I said that. They're like, okay, watch what you wish for. Wow, okay, I was gonna say, let me say this real quick while I'm doing this. But now I can barely think straight. I feel like I'm on hot wings, but with my skin. Okay, low energy, Mary. Yeah, she says that, you know, she was blessed with like really good skin. I was like, lucky you, America. Some of us are over here working diligently. She is like, she's clearly caring for her skin. I'm just making jokes because she, you know, I'm just like, oh, must be nice, must be nice. I didn't want these to run out before the next Sephora sale. So I haven't been using them like ever as often as I was before. I've been interchanging them with other stuff, and so I haven't used this in a minute, and it's like really like, whew, definitely the most intense one I've ever tried. We're gonna leave that on for 10 minutes. We're gonna let it work its magic. It's gonna peel, you know, all those dead skin cells and everything off and leave us with a nice fresh layer of skin. It's gonna be worth literally cooking ourselves. I'm watching this while I wait for the peel, and she's talking about it. She said she was gifted with good skin, but she doesn't have a butt. I don't know why that made me giggle. Yeah. Man, when I was younger, my sisters used to like stomp on my butt and call me bubble butt and all sorts of stuff. Now I'm like at the gym doing hip thrusts, just trying to get something there, man. I'm like, where did he go? Like, anyway, I feel your pain, America. But I wasn't blessed with good skin either. What the? My kids steal my stuff too, America. My team, my clothes, my makeup, my gloss. I feel you, girl. I feel you. Okay, I don't know how she got this to wipe off so elegantly because, yeah, that's not happening for me. So we'll be right back. She's using like a hydrating plumping serum, another product by Shani. I keep saying that wrong. Darden. We're gonna use the e.l.f. Thirst First drops because this is kind of like hydrating plumping serum. So that's what we're gonna go for. And I do really enjoy these Thirst First drops. They are very hydrating. And that peel is something serious. So whether or not we were doing makeup, you definitely would want to go in with something very moisturizing after that peel, for sure. She's been using this really beautiful, transformative cream by Estee Lauder, as she says. But we don't have that. That is very, very, very pricey. That's the most pricey thing that she has in her routine. We're gonna go in with the Origins Youthtopia Peptide Plumping Apple Cream. This is what the internet said was the closest to what she was using from what I have in my collection, because I have the peptides and whatnot. So that's what we're going to go in with. It almost smells like it might in a minute or two become apple cider. From what I've read and from everything I've seen, that is the way that it should smell. So I did not pick out this moisturizer and go purchase it. This was sent to me in a BoxyCharm, so I'm just trying to use it up. But it is really nice. She's a good girl. She goes in with her sunscreen. She uses the Super Goop. We're going to use the Tier Hydro UV Shield Sunscreen 50 Plus. Go ahead and do our 2-finger method. Rules, no rules. 1/4 teaspoon, 2 fingers, whatever it is, you know, just try to remember to put your sunscreen on. You know, she's talking about being 41 and that she doesn't mind her age showing and all that. And I totally agree. I feel like a lot of people think that if you're really into beauty and skincare that, you know, you're like anti-aging, because it's kind of like, I guess it's called anti-aging, but I have no problem with aging, you know, like, but what's the harm in aging gracefully, and what's the harm in taking care of yourself and doing things that you enjoy and self-care and therapy? And she's cracking me up because she's talking about how she like purposely scared her children wearing a green mask on her face because her mom did that to her when she was little. And my mom didn't scare me with a mask or anything, but I do remember when I first got my red light therapy mask, I totally like Jasoned my daughter. Anyway. Okay, and now we're gonna go ahead and start the makeup. She has this like gorgeous leather bound Say brush holder, and I didn't have that, but I have this like little mini one that I had from a long time ago from a brush set that I got. So I'm married and I'm crazy and I wanted to do this as close as I could, so we threw my stuff in there too, as much as I could fit anyway. And she goes in with mascara first, which is like, she says she doesn't like to like get messy afterwards, so she does the mascara first. I'm kind of like, but then when you go to put everything else on, what's gonna happen? We're just gonna use the L'Oreal Panorama. So America Ferrera just saved me from a trauma. Have you ever been curious about getting like a lash lift? Because she said that she got her lashes lifted and they started to fall out. And I was curious about like doing one of those at-home DIY lash lips. Oh man, could have been the epic disaster. Okay, she's going in with the Benefit Goof Proof eye pencil. We're gonna go in with the Benefit Precisely My Brow because that's what we have. I feel very, very like skincare to be doing this. I just don't like pencil over skincare, but we're doing America routine today, so apparently, you know, she does mention that it's like slipping over her skincare, so I'm kind of like, this is the first time that you did it? Like, why didn't you change the order then, girl? Why didn't you change the order? Do what you're doing. Do what you're doing, America. No accents today, Mary. She does go in with another pencil and kind of do that like fluffy, gorgeous Brooke Shields deal in the front of her brows. And I can't do that because my brows are just like too full in the front right there. I do have really bald tails, but they're really full in the front. So she's going on to do that. And then I have actually in the past, a couple times now, gotten my eyebrows like microbladed. Like I just want them to look the same. Like I want to be able to like pluck them so they look the same. It always like fades away so quick, and then I'm just like, oh, is it really worth it because it fades away? I don't know. Throughout the video a little bit she talks about how the roles that she have played, you know, have kind of been about like women empowerment and unconventional beauty, and I do really like that, you know, and different body types. Misha Perfect Cover BB Cream is SPF 42. The skin tint that she's using also has SPF in it, and this is PA+++, but mine is a little bit too light, so I'm going to throw in this CoverGirl skin tint that also has SPF in it. And she's kind of throwing it on with her fingers, with her hands, you know, getting in there, and saying that she doesn't really want it to cover everything. She wants her freckles to poke through. She wants her skin to look natural. Like she's not trying to do a full beat, and so that's what we're gonna try to do, you know? And then she just kind of like, you know, just a little bit here and there. And I have dark spots, hyperpigmentation, you know. I've gotten to a point where I don't really try to like mask my dark spots. If they bother you and that's something that, you know, affects your self-confidence every day, then go ahead and cover them up. I'll put a little bit more just to see if we can, you know, maybe a little bit more on these dark ones. But she also, just like Selma, brings it down to her neck. So I was about to just wipe this off of my hand because that's what I would normally do. But I'm going to start doing this neck thing. But like all the celebrities are taking their stuff down their neck, and so is everybody else. And I'm over here just scared it's gonna get on my clothes, man. She goes in with the Say Sun Melt Bronzer, and we are gonna go in with the Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer, and I have mine in the shade Medium Dark. And she just kind of does like the usual suspects, you know? She does a little bit on her cheeks and like her temples. She does a little bit under the jawline here. And then she does have a little bit of a Selma moment where she kind of takes a little bit, you know, kind of does this moment. So we're going to do that too. I love that she gets so excited to go in and take her bronzer to do an eyeshadow, because that's what I love to do too. It does take a little bit and throw this in her crease just like for a little bit of definition. I feel like I'm so hydrated. This is just kind of slipping off of me. Maybe I should have used a darker cream bronzer. But she also does a little tiny bit of a contour on her nose. Just like that. She again goes in with a Monica blender product. It's a concealer, a pot concealer. So for pot concealing today, we're going to go in with our NARS. It's the Soft Matte. And I've got mine in the shade Biscuit Medium Dark. I've had this for literally forever. It is, I guess, panning, starting to pan a little bit, but it's got a ton around it. If I did ever have to buy this again, I think I would go with another shade. I think this is a tad bit too warm for me. But I do use it, and I'm, you know, clearly I use it, and I'm going to get use out of it. So she says she's covering up just the kind of spots that she wants to cover up a little bit more. So she does kind of go in to get those dark spots a little bit. She's got melasma. I have dark spots from blemishes. Maybe we should try to cover up our little hickey. What is this? I don't even know what this is. Just cover that up. She's going in with what I believe is the Say Dewy Blush, and something that she says, you know, just to make her look like a little bit more alive. I'm gonna go in with this Juicy Pang blusher. It looks like a little nail polish, but really it's a blusher. She says the placement is real important, so kind of keeping it higher up and lifted and not stopping, like going up a little bit, not stopping. This is a water blusher, so it is very, very sheer. But I feel like that is kind of the vibe that she's going for, so that's why I went with this blush specifically. Natural and as flush as possible. She says, don't let the blush just stop, you know? So that's what we're doing here. And I don't want to rub or tap too much because this particular formula will just blend away. It will disappear into nothing. So I have to be real gentle with that. This girl is playing in the danger zone and she's talking about, let's go in with another round of mascara on these crusty, dried mascara lashes. And she does mess up and make a mistake. I don't know why she's... Okay, we're gonna pretend we did that. Let's just say that we did, okay? She does make a mess too, so we'll just skip that part.
See what I mean? Look what the mascara did! Bad mascara. But also bad America for not following her own.
So she says she's gonna top it all off with lip maximizer from Dior. And I don't have that. So I was trying to think, I was almost gonna go with this because it's like the pH, you know, and it kind of goes with your skin tone. And I thought natural, you know, minimal flush. I think because it says Dior lip maximizer, I think that might be like a plumping thing. If I'm wrong, I don't know. But this is still really natural. So even if I'm wrong about the maximizer being like a lip plumper, I think this will still work. Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump. And it does have that like plumping, which I just buy lip products that I like and that I'm interested in the color and in the formula. I never go for a plumper on purpose because it's plumping, because I feel like I do already have really full lips. Like, I feel like if they're gonna fill out my lines, maybe that's a bonus. I'm not really sure. I should start paying attention to that. But it does have that like little bit of a plumping effect. She says that it like enhances your natural lip color and gives it a little bit of a glow. So I feel like I'm gonna throw a little bit of this on too, to just give this a little bit of a pigment. Is that cheating? I'm cheating a little bit, huh? But I do really like the kind of like soft pink this gives me. I feel like it'll go good with this blush.
Hopefully someone stops me in the street and goes, are you even wearing makeup? And then I'll be like, score, I did it.
Okay, so have we achieved the, if anyone sees her in the street, stops and goes, are you even wearing makeup? Did we do it? Have we achieved it? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it is very minimalistic, and yeah, so that's America's routine, guys. I'm not gonna do a complete outro because I was gonna like end it there, but I have to. We're just gonna pull a Mary real quick, and I really just want to powder this down just a little bit. This is her routine. This is what she would do, and she would stay like this. I want to put a little bit of powder, so I'm gonna try to personalize this just a little bit for the rest of my day. And I'm going to use this really everyday Hydra powder, which I think is going to stay with our kind of no makeup look, but kind of set me in place just a little bit. I'm not going to put a lot because she didn't do a lot and I don't want to change it too much, but I just kind of wanted to say, like, if this was me, you know, what we would usually do is personalize something. So I'm going to make it more myself. So I would throw on just a little bit of powder, and like I would always throw on something like a little shimmery kind of wet look eyeshadow. Oh, this one is gorgeous. I'm not going to say what it is because I'm actually working on a video right now that I'm super excited about that has something to do with these eyeshadows. So I just wanted to throw something on my lid, and this is handy. just a little, you know, just a little kiss of something on the lids. Then maybe a tad bit of setting spray. I do live in Florida. It's humid here, you know, so I would probably throw just a touch of this on. And then throughout the day, I keep an SPF sunspray in the car. This is the LYS Natural Finish Skin Loyalty Spray. I hope that's not cheating too bad. Is it cheating to throw a little bit of highlighter on too? Oh, goodness. Okay, maybe just a little bit. Maybe this one doesn't count because this one doesn't like last all day, so maybe it doesn't really count. This is the shade Hot Water by Danessa Myricks, and I'm trying to use this up because it doesn't really last on me all that long. So, you know, why not look like a little juicy plump goddess for a minute? Now, I did want to say, I thought about when she mentioned hyaluronic acid in her lip plumper that those L'Oreal hyaluronic plumping glosses would work great for this, but I only have that in the shade brown, so that wouldn't have gone for this look. But I did want to mention that that sounds like that would be a really good dupe for the Dior maximizer, lip plump maximizer that she was talking about, maybe, or not dupe, but like alternative. So, okay, what do we think of, you know, just adding a little bit of something at the end to kind of monkey marry it? I don't know, guys. Let me know. Thank you so much for sharing a piece of your day with me today. If you like today's video at all, please give it a quick like, comment, or subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.